Hello,
Hello,
how are you today?
thanks a lot. I'm fine.
Good, what's your name?
My name is Noor.
Noor, nice to meet you, Noor.
Yes,
My name is Katie.
nice to meet you.
And where are you from, Noor?
I'm from Afghanistan.
From Afghanistan, lovely.
Yes.
Well, it's
Oh,
lovely
really?
to meet you. And what
Thanks a
would
lot.
you
Meet
like
you.
me to help you with today, Noor? Would you just like general conversation, or is there something that you're particularly focused on at the moment?
Actually, just general conversation.
Brilliant, that's my
I
favorite. I
think
do
it's
love a
a
good chat.
really good way.
Pardon?
I said I think it's really good way to improve
It's a very good way
English.
to improve. Yes, definitely. Okay, so why don't we start with you telling me a bit about yourself?
Okay, I'm university student.
You
It's
are a
my
university
final.
student,
Yeah,
yeah?
it's my final year, and I'm studying business administration.
Oh, wow.
I'm 23 years old.
22?
Mm, 23.
23 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Okay, I'll tell you a bit about myself. So my name's Katie. I live in the south of England, so on the south coast, which is about 2 hours from London. I'm a professional dancer and I work on cruise ships. So usually I spend my days traveling the world, meeting new people and visiting new countries. But obviously, unfortunately at the moment, because of COVID, I'm unable to do that. So I'm here in England.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You're so lucky.
Yeah, I am very lucky, but at the moment it's a bit difficult over here. Obviously because of
Yeah.
COVID, we're very restricted on doing things.
Yeah, I hope we get rid of COVID as soon as possible because it's really get bored.
I know. What's it like there? Are you quite restricted? Are there strict rules?
Actually, no. In here, things are really great.
Oh,
Things
that's
are.
good.
It's like before quit. So in there is nothing like restrictions, or the universities are as usual, and also all things are real normal.
Oh, that's good. So you're still able to go into university and study at your university rather than from home?
Yes, but actually we are on occasion, so university is off like 1 month.
Oh, lovely, a month. So what have you
Yeah.
got planned for your vacation, your time off?
Actually, it's like 3 months that we are in vacation. It's 2 months, but in 1 month the university will start. So totally we are off like 3 months.
Oh, wow.
So no, I'm not able to use my vacation. I'm just sitting in the home. So no, in this year is I not traveled. So I'm not have experience traveling
You
abroad.
don't have
So
experience
my
traveling abroad.
no, but I really love that. So hope if my university finished, I get a chance.
Hopefully one day you can do some traveling. That would be lovely after university. Where would you like to travel
Yes,
to?
I hope so.
What sort of countries would you like to visit?
So Europe and US is my like a dream, but it's so hard for us to travel in those countries. So I just choose if I travel abroad, Turkey or some my neighborhood. I think the first in how can I say in first hand, I think I should experience these countries.
Yeah, first you'd
Yeah.
like to experience those countries, and then maybe one day, if it's possible, the dream would be to
Yeah.
visit the USA or to Europe or to see Europe.
Yes.
There are lots of lovely, lovely countries in Europe, actually. Obviously, I would recommend London because that's where I live. Even though the weather's not very nice, it can be very cold and wet and rainy, but it's a lovely country. And so much of Europe is just so pretty. There's beautiful architecture and interesting culture. It's a lovely place to visit. So I hope one day you can get there.
I hope so. It's fantastic. Yes, London is great.
Yeah. And have you been to Turkey before?
No, I said I don't have
That's
any
right. Yeah, you haven't
traveling.
traveled at all yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you go on sort of small holidays within Afghanistan? Do you ever travel to see family or friends elsewhere?
Yes, I have traveled to inside Afghanistan really a lot with friends, with university classmates, with family, alone. It's really awesome in here. The weather is really great.
Yeah, I bet.
Afghanistan actually is mountainous country, so I really love the city which I'm living is not quite lots of mountain, but our neighbor city, they have lots of mountains which you can go hiking, and
that really sounds amazing. I love going hiking. It's one of my favorite hobbies to do. I visited Alaska a couple of years ago, and they have some beautiful places to hike there because they have so many mountains with snowy peaks. So you walk so far up and it's warm, and then suddenly it gets cold the higher you go because there's a lot of snow on the top of the mountains.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was very nice. It must get hot though, hiking in Afghanistan, because the weather's very hot there, isn't it?
Actually, it's I mean, in west the weather is getting cold in winter, like really cold. But in north, which place I'm living, is not getting colder. The weather is in winter. Here is winter, but the weather is like 15
degrees,
like,
yeah.
15. Yes,
that's
in winter, so it's not getting cold much in our city, but in west it's really getting cold. And
oh really? I've never visited, but I always imagine it to be hot all of the time. When I see in pictures, it always looks sunny and warm.
Yeah, it's different. It's totally from one city to other cities. It's not like whole country have the same way.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's similar to England here.
Yes.
It's quite, the weather's very similar throughout the country, but up north it gets a lot colder, so they tend to get more snow. Whereas down south here, it's quite a bit warmer, and we never really see much snow down here. So I understand it's different in different areas. Yeah, for sure. And you said that you're studying business administration. So what would you like to do for a job in the future? Where do you think that's going to take you?
Actually, I just after taking my bachelor degree, I'm considering to take my MBA in finance. Yes. In finance I really love to take and also love to have a job in finance as well. Actually, I want to have my own business, so I don't know if it's happened or not. In first place, I'm working on my own business to do that. I don't know if it's happened or not. And then if I get a job, I really love to have a job in finance.
That would be amazing. So ideally, you would like to have your own business, which is something to do with finance, so that you can combine both of your skills into one.
Yes, like business consultancy. I love to have that because here there's a few how can I say it? There's a few places,
there are a few places,
companies, yes, to have business consultancy.
Yeah, there are lots of opportunities for business consultancy, you could say. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. This is what I.
Yeah, that sounds brilliant. But you've got quite a bit of studying first if you want to go on and continue your, after you've got your bachelor's, if you want to continue to get a master's, quite a few more years of studying.
Yes, 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 a lot, but it's worth it at the
Absolutely,
end.
especially if you're passionate about it as well. You know, if you enjoy it and you can see you have a goal, you can see where you want to be in so many years' time. That's brilliant. That's all you could ever really ask for in a job.
Yes.
And you'll do well. Where are you at the moment? Are you in your home or in a library? I can see all of the books.
I'm in the
In your
home.
home. Ah, got lots of interesting books on
Yes,
your bookshelf.
yes, yes. There's lots of books. I'm also in free time. I study book. This is why I have all of this
Ah,
in
so
me.
you like to read. Me too.
Yeah.
What sort of thing do you like to read? Do you enjoy more fiction or non-fiction?
Um, Non-fiction. I most of time I read like biography. In these days, I love to read biography of some like
Yeah,
amazing
so
persons. How can I
inspirational
say amazing?
people. You like to learn a lot
Eh,
about people.
yes,
That's great. I
yes,
wish I read more non-fiction because I like to learn. I always like to learn new things, but I find myself reading a lot more fictional books because I also enjoy, you know, stories like I like crime dramas and thrillers, and I get gripped onto those sorts of books, but I struggle more getting hooked on a non-fiction book. I sort of read a bit and then I say, "Oh, I'll put it down, read a bit later." But I enjoy learning and I want to learn more. So I think I need to be a bit more like you and read a bit more non-fiction.
Actually, fiction books also great, but uh, in in this I'm studying, so it's kind. I don't know it makes sense or not. It's keep me motivated and also
It keeps you
it's just
motivated and maybe keeps your brain alert all of the time. You're always learning and
yeah,
gaining more knowledge. So you're in that sort of place where you're constantly learning new things.
yeah,
That's
yes.
good. And what else do you like to do in your free time aside from reading and studying books?
Actually, I also play football and also love to watch football. So in 3 days a week or 2 days a week, I play football, and also in Saturday, Sundays, Europe Liga started. So I watched those matches. So yeah, watching movies also not much,
Little
a
bit.
little bit.
You watch a few
I
movies,
do
but
it.
mostly you're
Yeah.
interested in watching football and playing football. Do you know
Yes.
any
Yes.
English football teams?
I know all
Do.
of them.
I support Southampton. I don't know if they're any good, but I live in Southampton, so therefore I support Southampton Football Club.
Wow. Yes, it's really good team. Actually, they beat Liverpool 1-0, but last night I think they lost to Manchester 9
Oh wow, I
nil.
don't like Manchester.
Yes. So you don't love to
No, I
watch
used
football.
to when I was younger. I used to be a bit of a tomboy. Do you know the phrase tomboy? For us, we call it a
No.
tomboy. It's a girl who enjoys doing sports which are specifically associated with boys. So a girl who likes to play football all the time. So when I was younger, I loved football. I watched it all
Okay.
the time. I went to the matches, I played it, and then the older I got, I lost interest for some reason. So my nan still supports Saints, which is why I still say I support them. But yeah, not so much anymore.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a
You're
lot for
welcome. It was
today.
lovely to meet you, and I'll see you again soon.